Imagine living in a world where speaking the truth could cost you everything, but staying silent means nothing will ever change. The Help by Kathryn Stockett pulls us straight into that world, revealing courage, injustice, and the power of stories to reshape an entire community. If you love emotional, character-driven narratives that challenge society while inspiring hope, this is one audiobook you don't want to miss. Set in the early 1960s in Jackson, Mississippi, The Help follows three unforgettable women whose lives intersect in the most unexpected way. At the center is Skeeter, a young, white, aspiring writer who returns home from college and begins questioning the racist social norms she has always been surrounded by. She's determined to find her voice, but she knows there's no story worth writing unless it tells the truth. That truth lives with the African-American maids who raise white children while enduring constant disrespect and discrimination. That's where Aibileen steps in, a wise and loving maid who has spent her life caring for white families. She's raised 17 children, but nothing can erase the heartache of losing her own son in a preventable accident, an injustice that still fuels her quiet strength. Aibileen has always stayed out of trouble, but when Skeeter approaches her with the idea of telling her story for a book exposing the realities of Black domestic workers, she realizes she finally has something worth risking everything for. Then comes Minny, Aibileen's fearless best friend, sharp-tongued, tough, and unwilling to tolerate abuse, even when it costs her job after job. Minnie's story adds humor, tension, and a powerful emotional punch as she hides a dangerous secret from her abusive husband and her former employer, the famously cruel Hilly Holbrook. Minnie brings raw honesty to Skeeter's project, but her involvement also places her and her family in real danger. As their stories intertwine, The Help transforms into a gripping tapestry of bravery and empowerment. We watch these three women challenge a community built on silence, fear, and racial inequality. With every interview, every confession, and every risk they take, they walk closer to a truth the town is desperate to keep buried. Yet through their courage, they forge a bond that crosses lines society insists should never be crossed. It's emotional, heartwarming, tense, and ultimately uplifting. The book doesn't shy away from showing the cruelty and injustice of the era, but it also celebrates small acts of kindness, the power of friendship, and the hope that comes from daring to stand up when it matters most. It reminds us that change often begins with a single voice, but becomes unstoppable when others join in. If you're someone who loves stories about resilience, justice, and personal transformation, The Help delivers all of that and more. It's a journey through heartbreak and hope, and by the end, you'll feel deeply connected to the characters and the world they fight to improve. If you want to experience the full emotional depth, humor, tension, and inspiration of this powerful story, don't miss the full audiobook.